Hello, everybody. So, I'm in a little bit of a different location, and my lighting is not nearly as good. And I do apologize for that, but hopefully in the future I can be back where I was before with my lovely window right by my laptop, so that way I had all that great natural light going on. That was awesome. Anyway, so I find I enjoy the creative outlet that these vlogs allow me to do. And so I hope you'll all just kind of bear with me as I kind of try different avenues and different techniques and different setups and everything while I figure out what exactly I want this channel to look like. Because I'm still, like I said, I'm still learning. Don't know what I'm doing yet. I hope you enjoy what you do see. I mean, I hope you enjoy watching me learn. If nothing else, I hope I bring you some content somewhere along the line that you like. And if you do see something you like I said, please let me know down in the comments. I want to know what I'm doing right, kind of what I'm doing wrong. I'm trying to learn. Today I thought I would touch a little bit on the introvert extrovert argument of sorts, more like conversation that's been really really popular lately. Basically, I call myself an introvert, and uh, I am, but I'm not. I'm definitely not an extrovert by the normal definition of extrovert, but at the same time, I'm not always an introvert. So for a long time, it wasn't until very very recently that I even learned that introvert was a thing. Cause sheltered childhood. Anyway, I had no idea. So I was just like, I don't know, just not a people person, whatever. And then the introvert movement happened, and in a blinding flash of irony, the introverts loved it. They loved the attention, which is kind of funny. Anyway, so I realized, oh, cool, okay, I have a label I can use of sorts, but not in a box bad type of label way, just like a easier way to explain to people why I don't want to be around them. um, and but as I went on and I accepted this thing that I thought I was, and then I realized that there were days when I was just like, I need people. Like I genuinely I needed the social interaction. And I'm like, that is not an introvert reaction that you normally have. So I was just like, am I an extrovert then? But that doesn't seem right either. I definitely need my alone time. There have been times when I have fled from different parties or group gatherings, and I've just been like on my own, my head about ready to explode from the social interaction, and I'm like hiding in my little hole with a blanket, like no one come near me right now. And so I was always kind of really confused. I finally figured out I am what is technically called an ambivert, if I could say it right. And an ambivert is basically both. They, in equal parts, need alone time and social interaction. And that is why I was the way I was, basically. And it was kind of an interesting thing because basically, as I looked more into the whole ambivert idea, it kind of made a lot more sense because it said that the ambiverts tend to be a much more, what's the word I want? Balanced. That's what I want. I got there. A much more balanced personality because of the fact they don't have the extremes of one or the other. And so, because the introverts have the extreme of being very socially awkward at times. Not always, I'm not trying to stereotype anybody here. I'm just saying, as a rule, because introverts try to avoid social interaction, they're not super comfortable and they come across almost a little bit awkward, not in any weird way. But on the other hand, and again, not meaning to offend anybody, but the extroverts tend to be a bit more clingy, needy. They need people, obviously, that's the whole point of them. And so they're constantly trying to get attention in a good way, in a normal, perfectly normal way. But being an ambivert, I don't need that. I can be extremely self-reliant. I don't need people on a regular basis, but at the same time, I can't be alone all the time. So it's been kind of interesting to explore that part of me and figure out, okay, yeah, this actually fits me really, really well. And it was because I have always been the extremely grounded, practical person of the group, which is kind of funny because for the most I was always this super I still am, but this super imaginative, very colorful, I guess, in a way. I don't know. I'm doing this wrong. I'm describing it wrong. But basically, I used to be the super airy fairy, imaginative person. Almost entirely, what is it? Right brain is imagination? Almost entirely right brain. And yet, now there's this part of me that is also extremely practical. And so I've always been torn between right and left brain. And so I'm like, I literally ride that line right down the freaking middle. I am neither practical nor am I completely airy fairy. I am neither introverted nor am I extroverted. I'm somewhere in that gray area that no one ever lives in. So as a result, I can have friends who are extroverted, and when I'm with them, I am an extrovert. I am high energy. I am out there. When I'm with my introverted friends, I'm a hermit with them. We can sit there and watch movies all day long, and I'm totally okay with that. So it's actually kind of fun because I can literally live with a foot in both worlds and be totally content with that and be totally comfortable. So it's I love this conversation, and I'm glad this conversation has become a thing because I love exploring the different personality types. I loved the Myers-Briggs thing, and I like that that's a thing, and they're sitting there putting all over the social medias the different personality types and where you might fit in, and if you don't, that's okay, there's another one that you probably will, or whatever, just helping people to try to understand who they are. I don't like the idea of putting everyone in a box and with a label on that little box and don't leave your box. I don't like that mentality because you can't. You can't put persons, yeah, people in boxes. We're too complex. We're too complicated. We're too much to fit in one neat little box where you can put 15 million other people in that same exact box. I am my own box. No one else fits in my box because it's a me-shaped box. So, but at the same time, a lot of people, and people like me sometimes, where it's like, with the childhood that I grew up with, um, uh, who I wasn't approved of in the social circles that I moved in. We went to a home church for the majority of my teen years. So on top of dealing with puberty and things happening to me that I had no idea would happen to me, uh, they're telling me that I can't be me, that the me that I would put out there, that I was trying to figure out who I was even anyway, the me that I was putting out there was not acceptable. Then they kept telling me, no, you can't do that. You got to be different. You got to fit into our freaking box. And it nearly drove me crazy. And we finally left. Thank the good Lord for that. And so we left, and suddenly I'm like, well, gee, I'm free to be who I am now, but who am I? What I didn't even know where to start. Those years where you're supposed to be sitting there figuring out who you are and making the dumb decisions and then realizing it was a dumb decision and learning from that. I didn't have that. I didn't have that experience to run with. So I found the introvert extrovert thing going on, and I was figuring out which one I was, and then the Myers-Briggs helped expand on that as well, and it helped me help me understand myself more. Not that I wanted or needed a box to fit in. I was done with boxes. But it helped me fit into my own box a little bit more comfortably and be comfortable with who I am and understanding, okay, yes, I am an ambivert. That means I can live with a foot in both worlds and stuff like that. And it was just really, really illuminating. And it was really, really nice. And I appreciate that. Anyway, wow, this video's gone really long. I apologize for that. Yeah, so that's my take on the whole introvert extrovert thing. Please be sure to like and comment and subscribe. Let me know if you liked it or didn't like it. I'm open to hear whatever you got to say. I want to know. I want to know. Anyway, so I got to go. See you later, y'all.